Qualitative Research Study by Jessica Edwards. Technology has become a part of our daily life, both in and out of the classrooms, and the use of mobile devices has greatly increased as well. The focus for this qualitative research will be educational apps and how they affect students' motivation to learn. An educational app is any app that is geared towards improving student knowledge or assisting in the education process. An educational app can be used in multiple ways during the education process, including during lecture, to assess knowledge both pre and post content delivery, or even for homework. The proposed research question this study will attempt to answer is, what impression does the use of educational apps have on students during classroom lecture in higher education? This will help determine if using apps during lecture can help improve the experience and motivation the student has to stay focused during lecture. The population group for this study are college-level students who are currently attending school during spring semester. The sample will be selected by convenience sampling and include those who are registered for Introduction to Healthcare Delivery during the spring semester. They are a mix of male and female and range in age from 18 to 40 who have at least a high school diploma and are considered motivated. The number of participants will be 27 students. These 27 students are divided into two sections in which the course is offered. Class A has 12 students and Class B has 15 students. The sample was chosen because of the convenience and diversity of students in the two sections offered. The instructor does not have control over who registers for the class. The two sections used for this study are all taught by the same instructor and offer convenience to expedite the study and data analysis. The measurement tool being used for data collection will be a structured interview. The responses will be collected and transcribed for each class. Each interview will last approximately 30 minutes and will include these 5 questions. 1. What are some advantages and disadvantages you discovered while using the app during lecture? 2. What impact, if any, did the use of the app have on your engagement during lecture? 3. Give one example of an improvement that you feel would make the use of educational apps more beneficial during lecture. 4. Give 3 words that describe your experience with the lecture app combination. And 5, when do you feel the use of an app during lecture would be appropriate? An interview was chosen as the measurement in order to gather the opinions of each participant in a relatively short period of time. The interviews can be fit into class without taking multiple class periods and an excessive amount of instructional time. The interview questions are an appropriate fit for the research questions because it gains insight into the experience the students had during the lecture and what impression the use of the app had on their experience. Each class will be given the same lecture over communication in healthcare. Each lecture will last approximately 45 minutes, be instructor-led, face-to-face class, during which the app Socrative will be used at predetermined times. Throughout the lecture, students will be prompted via the Socrative app to respond to 2 discussion questions and 2 poll questions. Their responses are sent to the instructor via the Socrative app, to which the instructor will display the results of both the poll questions and discussion questions on the board. Time will be given to allow discourse to occur based off of the answers given during lecture. Once the lecture is over, the students will be put into groups of 5 to 7 participants. Each group will be interviewed through a structured environment where all 5 of the questions will be asked and answers are recorded and transcribed for data analysis. Each interview should last approximately 30 minutes. 2 interviewers are available to which inter-rater reliability will be determined with Cohen's kappa prior to study beginning. A triangulation will be used to determine validity and compare the responses of the students to the educational and technological theories that will be the basis for this study. The data analysis will be based on the transcripts taken of the interviews and be coded via an open coding system. During this, the evaluators will be looking for common themes mentioned during the answers the students provided from the interview questions. Evaluators will complete the table above that will log the codes or the themes, the properties, and the participants' wording that correlates with one another. In the open code column, evaluators will write down any theme they find when the students answer each question. In the properties column, they would determine what cues or flags that would lead them to code a theme. And then lastly, in the participants column, they will write down the exact wording that the participants used during the interview. This will allow the evaluators to organize and analyze the data appropriately.